Bruno was a dog whose life began in a home filled with neglect and cruelty. His owners, a family known for their harsh ways, saw him not as a companion but as a burden. Bruno, a German shepherd with intelligent eyes and a loyal heart, endured days of minimal food, lack of care, and frequent beatings. His once shiny coat became dull and matted, and the light in his eyes dimmed with each passing day of mistreatment. One stormy night, the family decided they had had enough. They drove Bruno far from their home, into the outskirts of the city, and abandoned him on a deserted road. The rain poured heavily, and the thunder roared as Bruno sat alone, shivering and confused. He watched as the car's taillights disappeared into the darkness, leaving him to fend for himself. Days turned into weeks, and Bruno wandered the streets, scavenging for food and shelter. He was chased away by people and other animals alike. His intelligent eyes, once full of hope, now reflected only fear and despair. But deep inside, Bruno's spirit remained unbroken. He was determined to survive. One fateful day, Sam, a dedicated firefighter, was driving back to the station after a long shift. As he passed a vacant lot filled with debris, his eyes caught sight of Bruno. The dog was limping, his fur drenched and muddied, but there was something in his eyes that drew Sam's attention. He pulled over and approached Bruno slowly, speaking in a gentle tone. "Hey there, buddy. Are you lost?" Sam knelt down and extended his hand. Bruno, though wary, sensed the kindness in Sam's voice. He cautiously stepped forward, sniffing the hand that was offered to him. When Sam gently patted his head, Bruno felt a warmth he had not known in a long time. Seeing Bruno's dire condition, Sam decided to take him to the fire station. He lifted the exhausted dog into his truck and drove off, leaving behind the desolate lot that had been Bruno's temporary refuge. At the station, Sam and his colleagues gave Bruno a bath, food, and a comfortable place to rest. For the first time in months, Bruno felt safe. As days went by, Sam noticed how quickly Bruno recovered. His fur regained its shine, and his eyes began to sparkle with life once more. It was clear that Bruno was an incredibly intelligent and capable dog. Sam, seeing the potential in him, decided to train Bruno to become part of the fire rescue team. The initial training sessions were challenging, but Bruno proved to be a fast learner. He quickly adapted to commands and showed an innate ability to understand and respond to complex situations. The bond between Sam and Bruno grew stronger with each passing day, and soon, Bruno became an integral part of the fire station. But Bruno's past wasn't entirely behind him. Occasionally, the sound of thunder would make him cower, a reminder of the night he was abandoned. Yet, with Sam by his side, Bruno faced his fears and continued to grow stronger. The fire station, once just a place of work, became a second home for Bruno. His transformation from an abandoned dog to a valued member of the fire rescue team was nothing short of miraculous. Bruno's journey was just beginning, and with Sam's guidance, he was ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead. Bruno's transformation from a neglected, abandoned dog to a beloved member of the fire station continued to amaze everyone around him. Sam had taken it upon himself to ensure that Bruno received the best training possible. The other firefighters, initially skeptical about having a dog at the station, quickly grew fond of Bruno as they witnessed his remarkable progress. One morning, during a routine training session, Sam introduced Bruno to a new challenge: search and rescue drills. The drill involved locating a hidden victim in a simulated disaster area filled with debris and obstacles. Sam watched with keen interest as Bruno, his fur now glossy and his eyes bright with determination, began the exercise. "All right, Bruno, find them," Sam commanded, his voice steady and encouraging. Bruno sniffed the ground, his ears perked up and his tail wagging slightly as he focused on the task. Within minutes, he had picked up a scent and navigated through the maze of obstacles with incredible agility. The firefighters watched in awe as Bruno located the hidden victim, barking excitedly to alert Sam. "That's my boy," Sam exclaimed, rushing over to praise Bruno with a treat and a pat on the head. "Good job, Bruno. Bruno's success in the drill was a turning point. It was clear that he had a natural talent for search and rescue. The station decided to make Bruno an official part of the team. They fitted him with a special firefighter vest, complete with the station's emblem, and a tag that read, "Bruno, Fire Rescue Dog." News of Bruno's abilities spread quickly, and soon the local community began to take notice. Children who visited the fire station for educational tours were particularly fascinated by Bruno. They loved hearing the story of how he was rescued and trained by the firefighters. Bruno became a symbol of hope and resilience, and his presence brought a sense of joy and inspiration to everyone he met. One day, a call came in about a building fire in a residential area. It was a severe situation with people trapped inside. The firefighters, including Sam and Bruno, quickly geared up and rushed to the scene. As they arrived, thick smoke billowed from the building, and the heat was intense. "All right, team, let's move." "Bruno, stay close to me," Sam instructed as they approached the burning structure. Bruno stayed by Sam's side, alert and ready. They entered the building, navigating through the smoke and flames. Bruno's keen sense of smell and agility were invaluable in the chaos. He led Sam to a young girl trapped under a collapsed beam. The girl was frightened and struggling to breathe in the smoky environment. "Good boy, Bruno. Stay with her," Sam said, as he began to lift the debris. Bruno stayed by the girl's side, offering comfort with his calm presence. With Bruno's help, Sam was able to free the girl and carry her to safety. Outside, paramedics quickly took over, providing the necessary medical attention. As they emerged from the building, the crowd that had gathered erupted in applause. Bruno had played a crucial role in the rescue, and his bravery did not go unnoticed. Sam knelt down beside Bruno, patting his back proudly. "You did great, Bruno." "You're a hero," Sam whispered, feeling a surge of pride and gratitude for his loyal companion. That night, back at the station, the firefighters celebrated the successful rescue. Bruno, exhausted but happy, lay at Sam's feet. Sam looked around at his colleagues, all of whom had embraced Bruno as one of their own. "You've come a long way, buddy," Sam said softly, rubbing Bruno's ears. "We couldn't have done it without you." As Bruno drifted off to sleep, surrounded by his new family, he knew that he was finally home. The journey that had begun with pain and abandonment had led to a life filled with purpose and love. Bruno's story was far from over, and with each new day, he continued to prove that even the most broken spirits could become heroes. As Bruno settled into his role at the fire station, his bond with Sam and the other firefighters grew stronger. Each day brought new challenges, but Bruno faced them with unwavering determination. His past as an abandoned dog seemed like a distant memory, replaced by the love and purpose he found in his new life. One evening, after a particularly grueling training session, Sam sat with Bruno outside the station. The sun was setting, casting a warm glow over the city. Sam looked at Bruno, his loyal companion, and felt a deep sense of gratitude. "You've come so far, Bruno," Sam said, scratching Bruno behind the ears. "I can't imagine this place without you." Bruno wagged his tail, his eyes reflecting the bond he shared with Sam. The peaceful moment was interrupted by the shrill ring of the station's emergency alarm. A call had come in about a major fire in a commercial building downtown. "Let's move, team," the captain shouted as the firefighters scrambled to gear up. Sam and Bruno were among the first to head out. The drive to the scene was tense, with the sound of sirens echoing through the streets. When they arrived, they were met with a chaotic scene. The building was engulfed in flames, and thick smoke billowed into the night sky. "All right, we've got reports of people trapped inside," the captain briefed the team. "Sam, take Bruno and head to the east wing. Be careful and keep an eye on each other." Sam nodded, his heart pounding. He and Bruno made their way into the building, navigating through the intense heat and smoke. Bruno's keen senses were on high alert as he led Sam through the maze of debris. "Find them, Bruno," Sam urged, trusting in Bruno's abilities. Bruno sniffed the air, His ears perked up as he detected the faint sound of cries for help. He darted forward, leading Sam to a small office where a group of people was huddled together, trapped by fallen beams and heavy smoke. "We're here to help," Sam called out, assessing the situation. "Stay calm, we'll get you out." Bruno stayed by the side of a young woman who was struggling to breathe. His presence seemed to calm her, giving her the strength to hold on a little longer. Sam worked quickly, using his tools to free the trapped individuals. With Bruno's guidance, they were able to lead everyone to safety. Outside, the paramedics took over, attending to the rescued individuals. Sam and Bruno, covered in soot and sweat, emerged from the building to the sound of cheers and applause from the crowd that had gathered. "You did it again, Bruno," Sam said, kneeling down to hug his brave companion. "You're amazing." That night, back at the station, the firefighters celebrated another successful rescue. Bruno was the hero of the hour, receiving treats and affection from everyone. Despite the exhaustion, there was a sense of triumph in the air. As the weeks passed, Bruno continued to excel in his role. His reputation as a hero dog spread beyond the local community. News outlets picked up on his story, and soon, people from all over were captivated by the tale of the abandoned dog who became a firefighting hero. One day, a journalist visited the station to interview Sam and learn more about Bruno. As they talked, Sam reflected on the journey they had been on together. "When I found Bruno, he was in a terrible state," Sam recounted. "But even then, I saw something special in him. He had a spirit that refused to be broken." The journalist nodded, captivated by the story. "And now he's a hero. It's incredible how far he's come." "It is," Sam agreed, glancing at Bruno, who was playing with a group of children visiting the station. "Bruno has taught us all about resilience and the power of second chances. He's not just a dog, he's a symbol of hope." As the interview wrapped up, the journalist took a final photo of Sam and Bruno together. The image captured the essence of their bond, a man and his dog, united by their shared experiences and unbreakable trust. That evening, Sam sat with Bruno, reflecting on the journey they had shared. He knew that no matter what challenges lay ahead, they would face them together. Bruno's story was a testament to the strength of the human-animal bond and the incredible things that could be achieved when love and trust were given a chance to flourish. Life at the fire station had settled into a comforting routine. Bruno's presence brought a sense of camaraderie and warmth that everyone cherished. He was more than just a firefighting dog. He was a beloved member of the family. Each rescue and training session strengthened his bond with Sam and the rest of the team. One evening, as the firefighters were enjoying a quiet dinner at the station, the emergency alarm blared, shattering the calm. They quickly suited up and headed to the scene, a multi-car pileup on the highway, with several vehicles on fire and people trapped inside. Sam and Bruno were among the first to arrive. The scene was chaotic, with flames licking the night sky and the acrid smell of burning rubber and gasoline filling the air. Emergency responders were working frantically to extinguish the flames and rescue the injured. "Sam, take Bruno and check those cars over there," the captain directed, pointing to a section of the wreckage. Sam nodded, signaling for Bruno to follow. As they approached the first car, they could hear faint cries for help. Bruno, his training kicking in, immediately began to sniff and search for survivors. He led Sam to a car where a young couple was trapped, the doors jammed shut by the impact. "We're going to get you out," Sam assured them, working to free the doors. Bruno stayed close, his presence a source of comfort for the frightened couple. With Bruno's help, Sam managed to pry the doors open and pull the couple to safety. They quickly moved to the next car, where an elderly man was unconscious behind the wheel. Bruno barked, alerting Sam to the man's condition. "Hang in there," Sam muttered, using his tools to break the car's window and carefully extract the man. Bruno's keen senses and unwavering focus were crucial in guiding Sam through the wreckage. As the night wore on, Sam and Bruno worked tirelessly, rescuing as many people as they could. The other firefighters were equally heroic, but it was clear that Bruno's presence made a significant difference. His ability to navigate the chaos and locate survivors was invaluable. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, the last of the flames were extinguished, and the injured were transported to the hospital. Exhausted but relieved, the firefighters returned to the station. Sam looked at Bruno, who was equally tired but still alert. "You did amazing, Bruno," Sam said, patting him on the head. "You saved so many lives tonight." Bruno wagged his tail, his eyes reflecting the deep bond he shared with Sam. The other firefighters gathered around, showering Bruno with praise and affection. "That dog is something special," one of them remarked. "We're lucky to have him." The following days were filled with a mix of routine duties and recovery from the harrowing rescue operation. Bruno's story continued to captivate the community, and donations poured in to support the fire station and its brave canine hero. One afternoon, a woman and her young daughter visited the station. They were among the people Bruno had rescued from the highway accident. The little girl, holding a bouquet of flowers, approached Bruno with wide eyes. "Thank you for saving us," she whispered, placing the flowers at Bruno's feet. Bruno sniffed the bouquet and gently nuzzled the girl, his tail wagging. Sam watched the interaction with a sense of pride and gratitude. Bruno had not only become a hero but also a beacon of hope and inspiration for everyone he encountered. Later that day, as Sam and Bruno took a walk around the neighborhood, they were greeted with waves and smiles from people who recognized them. Bruno's story had touched many hearts, and his presence brought a sense of unity and resilience to the community. As they walked, Sam thought about how much his life had changed since he found Bruno. The once lonely dog had become a pillar of strength and courage, teaching everyone around him about the power of second chances and the unbreakable bond between humans and animals. That evening, back at the station, Sam sat with Bruno under the stars. The fire station was quiet, the air filled with a sense of peace and contentment. "You've come a long way, Bruno," Sam said softly, rubbing Bruno's ears. "And I'm so grateful to have you by my side." Bruno leaned against Sam, his eyes filled with trust and love. They had faced countless challenges together, and their journey was far from over. But with each other, they knew they could overcome anything. As the night grew darker, Sam and Bruno remained side by side, ready for whatever the future held. Their bond was a testament to the strength of the human-animal connection and the incredible power of love and trust. The fire station had become a second home for Bruno. Each day was filled with training, rescue operations, and moments of camaraderie with the firefighters. The team had come to rely on Bruno's keen instincts and unwavering dedication. But as their bond grew stronger, so did the challenges they faced. One chilly evening, the emergency alarm rang, signaling another call. This time, it was a residential fire in a densely populated area. The team quickly geared up and headed to the scene, with Bruno riding alongside Sam in the fire truck. When they arrived, the scene was chaotic. Flames engulfed a 3-story apartment building, and smoke billowed into the sky. Residents were frantic, some already outside while others were trapped inside, calling for help from windows and balconies. "Sam, take Bruno and check the upper floors," the captain instructed. "We've got reports of people trapped up there." Sam nodded, feeling a familiar rush of adrenaline. "Let's go, Bruno." Bruno led the way, his training and instincts guiding him through the smoke-filled building. They reached the second floor, where they found a family huddled in a corner, trying to avoid the thick smoke. "We're here to help," Sam reassured them. "Follow us." With Bruno's guidance, they carefully navigated the smoke and debris, leading the family to safety outside. But their mission wasn't over yet. Sam knew there were still people trapped inside. "Good job, Bruno. Let's keep moving," Sam encouraged. They headed to the 3rd floor, where the smoke was even thicker. Bruno's senses were on high alert as they searched each room. Suddenly, Bruno stopped, his ears perked up. He had detected something, a faint sound coming from behind a closed door. Sam kicked the door open, revealing a young boy hiding under a bed. "It's okay, we've got you," Sam said, reaching out to the boy. Bruno approached the boy gently, his presence providing comfort and reassurance. The boy crawled out from under the bed, clinging to Sam. "Let's get you out of here," Sam said, picking up the boy and following Bruno through the smoke-filled hallway. As they descended the stairs, the building structure began to weaken. The fire was spreading rapidly, and the heat was becoming unbearable. Sam knew they had to move quickly. Just as they reached the second floor, a loud crack echoed through the building. Part of the ceiling collapsed, blocking their path. Sam looked around, his heart pounding. They were trapped. "Stay close to me," Sam told the boy, holding him tightly. Bruno, sensing the danger, began to search for an alternative route. He led them to a window at the end of the hallway. Sam could see the fire escape outside, but it was a risky jump. "We don't have a choice," Sam muttered. "We have to go for it." With Bruno's guidance, Sam managed to open the window. He carefully climbed out, holding the boy, and then helped Bruno through. They made their way down the fire escape, each step filled with tension. As they reached the ground, the building behind them continued to burn, but they were safe. Firefighters and paramedics rushed to their aid, taking the boy and checking on Sam and Bruno. "You did it again, Bruno," Sam said, his voice filled with relief and pride. "You saved another life." Bruno wagged his tail, his eyes reflecting the bond they shared. The other firefighters gathered around, cheering and offering words of praise. Back at the station, the team celebrated another successful rescue. Bruno was the hero of the hour, receiving extra treats and affection from everyone. Despite the exhaustion, there was a sense of triumph and unity. As the weeks went by, Bruno continued to amaze everyone with his bravery and intelligence. His story spread far and wide, inspiring people from all walks of life. Donations and support poured in, helping to equip the fire station with better tools and resources. One day, a letter arrived at the station addressed to Sam and Bruno. It was from the young boy they had rescued from the apartment fire. The letter was filled with gratitude and admiration, thanking them for their bravery and kindness. Reading the letter, Sam felt a deep sense of fulfillment. "You're a real hero, Bruno," he said, looking at his loyal companion. Bruno wagged his tail, his eyes filled with love and trust. They had faced countless challenges together, and their bond had only grown stronger. No matter what the future held, they knew they could overcome anything as long as they had each other. That evening, as the sun set over the city, Sam and Bruno sat outside the fire station, enjoying a moment of peace. The air was filled with the promise of new adventures and the unbreakable bond they shared. "Here's to us, Bruno," Sam said, raising an imaginary glass. "To our journey and the incredible things we've accomplished together." Bruno leaned against Sam, his eyes reflecting the depth of their connection. They had come a long way, and their story was far from over. With each other, they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead, united by their shared experiences and unbreakable trust. Months passed, and Bruno's reputation as the heroic firehouse dog grew. He became a symbol of hope and resilience, inspiring not only the firefighters but also the community. Sam and Bruno had become inseparable, their bond deepened by the countless challenges they had faced together. One chilly evening, the fire station received an unexpected visitor. A young woman named Emily arrived, looking anxious and holding a bundle of papers. She had heard about Bruno's incredible rescues and felt compelled to share her story. "Hi, I'm Emily," she introduced herself to Sam. "I'm a journalist working on a piece about extraordinary animals, and I've been following Bruno's story. I'd love to interview you both for an article." Sam smiled warmly. "Of course, Emily. We'd be happy to help. Bruno has quite the story to tell." Emily spent hours with Sam and Bruno, documenting their journey from that fateful night when Sam found Bruno abandoned to their heroic rescues. She listened intently as Sam recounted their adventures, tears welling up in her eyes at the more harrowing moments. "Bruno is more than just a dog," Sam said, patting Bruno's head. "He's a true hero and a vital part of our team. He's saved countless lives and brought us closer together." As Emily prepared to leave, she handed Sam a small envelope. "I hope this article will bring more awareness to the incredible work you all do. And there's something in here for Bruno." Sam opened the envelope to find a gift certificate for a local pet store, along with a note of gratitude. He looked down at Bruno, who wagged his tail in approval. "Thank you, Emily. This means a lot to us," Sam said sincerely. The article was published a week later, and it quickly gained widespread attention. Donations and support poured in from all corners, helping to improve the fire station's resources and provide better care for Bruno and other rescue dogs. One day, the fire station received a call from a local school. They wanted Sam and Bruno to visit and give a talk about fire safety and the importance of rescue dogs. Sam agreed, knowing that Bruno's story could inspire the young students. When they arrived at the school, the children's faces lit up with excitement. Bruno was the star of the show, and Sam shared stories of their adventures, emphasizing the importance of bravery, teamwork, and compassion. Bruno may have started his journey as an abandoned dog, but he's now a hero who saves lives, Sam told the students. We can all learn from his courage and resilience. The visit was a huge success, and Bruno received countless pats and treats from the grateful children. As they left the school, Sam felt a renewed sense of purpose. Bruno's story had touched so many lives, and they were making a real difference in the community. Back at the fire station, life continued as usual, with training sessions, rescues, and moments of camaraderie. Bruno remained a constant source of inspiration and strength, his presence a reminder of the power of second chances and the unbreakable bond between humans and animals. One particularly busy day, the fire station received a call about a fire at a large warehouse on the outskirts of town. The team quickly geared up and headed to the scene, with Bruno leading the way. When they arrived, the warehouse was engulfed in flames, and thick smoke billowed into the sky. Sam and Bruno immediately went to work, searching for any signs of people trapped inside. Bruno's keen senses led them to a group of workers who were struggling to find their way out. With Bruno's guidance, they were able to navigate the smoke-filled building and lead the workers to safety. But as they were making their way out, a loud explosion shook the warehouse, causing part of the structure to collapse. Sam and Bruno were separated by a wall of debris, and Sam's heart raced with fear. "Bruno!" Sam shouted, desperately trying to find a way through the rubble. On the other side, Bruno barked loudly, signaling that he was safe but unable to reach Sam. The firefighters worked quickly to clear the debris, determined to reunite the two heroes. After what felt like an eternity, they managed to create a small opening. Sam crawled through, and his heart swelled with relief when he saw Bruno waiting on the other side, unharmed. "Good boy, Bruno," Sam said, hugging his loyal companion tightly. "We're okay. We're going to get through this." With renewed determination, they continued their rescue efforts, helping more workers escape the burning warehouse. Despite the danger, Sam and Bruno's unwavering bond and bravery shone through, and they successfully evacuated everyone from the building. As the firefighters doused the last of the flames, Sam and Bruno stood side by side, exhausted but triumphant. The warehouse fire had been one of their toughest challenges yet, but they had emerged stronger and more united than ever. That night, as they returned to the fire station, the team celebrated another successful rescue. Bruno received extra treats and affection from everyone, and Sam couldn't have been prouder of his incredible partner. "Here's to you, Bruno," Sam said, raising a toast. "To the bravest dog I know and the best friend I could ever ask for." Bruno wagged his tail, his eyes reflecting the deep bond they shared. They had faced countless challenges together, and their story was far from over. No matter what the future held, they knew they could overcome anything as long as they had each other. As the news of the warehouse fire spread, the community's admiration for Sam and Bruno grew even stronger. Their story was featured on local news stations and in newspapers, highlighting their heroism and the special bond they shared. People from all walks of life reached out to express their gratitude, and many sent letters and gifts to the fire station, especially for Bruno. One afternoon, while Sam was sorting through the mail, he came across a letter from a woman named Margaret. It stood out because of its elegant handwriting and the delicate scent of lavender that wafted from the envelope. Curious, Sam opened it and began to read. Dear Sam and Bruno, I wanted to take a moment to thank you both for your incredible bravery. My husband was one of the workers you saved from the warehouse fire, and I can't begin to express how grateful I am. He spoke so highly of Bruno and how he led them to safety. Your story touched my heart deeply. As a token of our appreciation, I would love for you to visit our home. We have a large property with plenty of space for Bruno to run and play. I think he would enjoy it, and it would be an honor to host such remarkable heroes. Sincerely, Margaret Thompson. Sam was touched by the heartfelt letter. He knew how much Bruno loved to explore new places, and a visit to the Thompsons' property sounded like a wonderful idea. He shared the letter with his fellow firefighters, and they all agreed it would be a great outing for Bruno. A few days later, Sam and Bruno drove to the Thompsons' estate. The property was even more beautiful than Sam had imagined, with rolling hills, lush gardens, and a sparkling pond. Margaret and her husband, John, greeted them warmly at the gate. Welcome, Sam and Bruno, Margaret said with a smile. We're so glad you could come. Please, make yourselves at home. Bruno immediately took to the wide-open space, running joyfully across the grass. Sam and the Thompsons watched with delight as Bruno explored every corner of the property, his tail wagging furiously. Bruno is incredible, John said, his voice filled with admiration. He saved my life, and I'll never forget that. Thank you for inviting us, Sam replied. Bruno deserves this kind of happiness after everything he's been through. As the afternoon wore on, Sam and Bruno enjoyed the peaceful surroundings. Bruno discovered a patch of wildflowers near the pond and rolled in them playfully, his carefree spirit bringing smiles to everyone's faces. Later, they all sat down for a picnic by the pond. Margaret had prepared a delicious spread, including some special treats for Bruno. As they ate, they shared stories and laughter, forming a bond of friendship that felt as natural as the landscape around them. Sam, I've been thinking, Margaret said thoughtfully. Bruno has such an incredible story. Have you ever considered writing a book about your experiences together? Sam looked surprised. A book? I've never thought about it, but it's an interesting idea. I think it would be wonderful, Margaret continued. People need to hear about Bruno's journey and how he became a hero. It could inspire so many. The idea intrigued Sam. He had always loved storytelling, and sharing Bruno's story in a book could indeed reach and inspire a wider audience. He decided to give it serious thought. As the sun began to set, painting the sky with hues of pink and gold, Sam and Bruno said their goodbyes to the Thompsons. They thanked them for their hospitality and promised to stay in touch. On the drive back to the fire station, Sam couldn't stop thinking about Margaret's suggestion. He glanced over at Bruno, who was resting contentedly in the passenger seat, and smiled. What do you think, buddy? Should we tell your story to the world? Sam asked, scratching Bruno behind the ears. Bruno responded with a happy bark, as if giving his approval. Back at the fire station, Sam discussed the idea with his fellow firefighters. They were all supportive and excited about the prospect of a book about Bruno's heroism. With their encouragement, Sam decided to embark on the writing project. In the following weeks, Sam spent his evenings and days off writing Bruno's story. He poured his heart into the project, recounting their journey from the moment they met to their countless rescues and the bond they had forged. The process was therapeutic for Sam, allowing him to reflect on the incredible experiences they had shared. As the manuscript took shape, Sam realized just how extraordinary Bruno's story was. It was a tale of resilience, courage, and the unbreakable bond between a man and his dog. He knew it had the potential to touch many hearts. One evening, after a particularly productive writing session, Sam received a phone call from a publishing company. They had heard about Bruno's story and were interested in publishing the book. Sam was thrilled and quickly agreed to meet with them. The meeting went exceptionally well, and soon Sam had a book deal in place. The publisher was eager to share Bruno's story with the world, and plans were set in motion for the book's release. Bruno's story became a sensation. The book, titled Bruno, the Firehouse Hero, received rave reviews and quickly climbed the bestseller lists. Readers were moved by Bruno's journey from an abandoned dog to a beloved hero, and many found inspiration in his resilience and courage. Sam and Bruno were invited to book signings and interviews, where they shared their story with audiences far and wide. Bruno, ever the charming companion, won hearts wherever he went. The book's success also brought attention to the importance of rescue animals and the incredible work of firefighters. Donations and support poured in for the fire station, helping to improve their resources and care for more rescue dogs like Bruno. Through it all, Sam and Bruno remained humble and grateful. They continued their work at the fire station, knowing that their story had made a difference in the lives of many. One day, as Sam and Bruno walked through the park, they were approached by a young girl holding a copy of their book. Her eyes sparkled with excitement as she looked up at them. "Are you Sam and Bruno?" she asked shyly. "Yes, we are," Sam replied with a warm smile. "I read your book," she said, hugging the book tightly. "Bruno is my hero. I want to be brave like him." Tears filled Sam's eyes as he knelt down to her level. "Thank you, sweetheart. That means the world to us. Remember, you can be a hero too, just like Bruno." As the girl walked away, Sam looked down at Bruno, who wagged his tail happily. They had come a long way from that first fateful encounter, and their journey was far from over. Together, they had faced challenges, saved lives, and inspired countless hearts. And as long as they had each other, Sam knew they could conquer anything the future held. With a final pat on Bruno's head, Sam stood tall, ready for whatever adventures lay ahead. Their story was one of hope, resilience, and the enduring power of love, and it would continue to shine brightly in the hearts of those who heard it. As the success of Bruno, the Firehouse Hero, continued to grow, Sam and Bruno's lives became a whirlwind of activities. They were constantly on the move, attending book signings, interviews, and even speaking engagements where they shared their incredible journey with diverse audiences. Despite their busy schedule, Sam made sure to balance these activities with their duties at the fire station, ensuring that Bruno never lost touch with the work that had given his life new meaning. One sunny afternoon, Sam received a call from the principal of a local elementary school. The school was organizing a community day and had heard about Sam and Bruno's story. They wanted to invite them to be the keynote speakers, hoping that their story would inspire the students. Sam agreed enthusiastically. He knew how much Bruno loved interacting with children, and he was eager to share their message of resilience and bravery with the younger generation. On the day of the event, Sam and Bruno arrived at the school to a warm welcome. The children were ecstatic, their faces lighting up as they saw Bruno in his firehouse vest. In the auditorium, the principal introduced Sam and Bruno to thunderous applause. Sam stood before the crowd, feeling a surge of pride as Bruno sat obediently by his side. "Thank you for having us," Sam began. "Bruno and I are honored to be here today. Our story is one of overcoming adversity and finding strength in each other." Sam recounted their journey, from Bruno's heartbreaking past to their heroic rescues. The children listened with rapt attention, their eyes wide with awe. Bruno, sensing the importance of the moment, performed a few tricks that he had learned during his training, much to the delight of the audience. After the presentation, the children gathered around Bruno, petting him and asking questions. One boy, who had been particularly quiet throughout the event, approached Sam with a serious expression. "Mr. Sam, how did you know Bruno would be a good firehouse dog?" he asked. Sam smiled warmly. "I didn't know at first. But I saw something special in Bruno. He had a lot of love and intelligence, and I knew he just needed a chance to show it. Sometimes, we have to look beyond what we see on the surface and believe in the potential of others." The boy nodded thoughtfully, and Sam's heart swelled with pride. Moments like these made all the challenges they had faced worthwhile. As the event concluded, the principal thanked Sam and Bruno for their inspiring visit. "You've touched many hearts today," she said. "Your story is a powerful reminder that even in the face of hardship, we can find hope and make a difference." Driving back to the fire station, Sam couldn't help but reflect on how far they had come. Bruno gazed out the window, his eyes bright with the joy of the day's interactions. Their bond had only deepened over time, strengthened by the countless lives they had touched together. Back at the station, life returned to its usual rhythm of training and responding to emergencies. Bruno remained a steadfast companion, his presence bringing comfort and courage to everyone around him. He had become an integral part of the team, and his abilities continued to impress and inspire. One evening, as Sam and Bruno were relaxing at home, Sam received an unexpected phone call. It was from a prestigious Animal Hero Awards organization. They had heard about Bruno's incredible work and wanted to nominate him for the Heroic Canine of the Year award. Sam was thrilled. "Bruno, can you believe it? You're being recognized for all your hard work and bravery." Bruno wagged his tail enthusiastically, sensing Sam's excitement. The nomination was a significant honor, and Sam knew it would bring even more attention to the importance of rescue dogs and the work they do. As the award ceremony approached, the fire station buzzed with anticipation. The firefighters were proud of Bruno and eager to see him receive the recognition he deserved. They all pitched in to ensure Bruno looked his best for the event, grooming him and fitting him with a special vest for the occasion. The night of the ceremony was filled with glamour and excitement. Held in a grand hall, the event was attended by many notable figures from the world of animal rescue and emergency services. Sam and Bruno arrived to a flurry of camera flashes and applause. Bruno, as always, handled the attention with grace, his calm demeanor and noble presence winning over everyone he met. When it was time for Bruno's category, Sam held his breath. The announcer described Bruno's heroic deeds, detailing the numerous lives he had saved and the difference he had made at the fire station. When Bruno's name was called as the winner, the audience erupted in applause. Sam and Bruno took the stage to accept the award. Sam spoke briefly, his voice filled with emotion. "Bruno has taught me that heroes come in all shapes and sizes. He's a reminder that with love and support, we can all overcome our past and make a positive impact on the world." This award belongs to Bruno and to all the rescue dogs out there who give their all every day. Bruno barked happily, as if acknowledging the applause and understanding the significance of the moment. The award was a testament to their journey and a celebration of their bond. As they left the stage, Sam felt a deep sense of fulfillment. They had faced many challenges together, but their story was far from over. With Bruno by his side, Sam knew they would continue to touch lives and spread their message of hope and resilience. The award ceremony marked a new chapter in their journey. Bruno's recognition brought even more opportunities to share their story and advocate for rescue animals. They traveled to schools, community centers, and events, spreading their message far and wide. Through it all, Bruno remained the same loyal, loving companion he had always been. He continued to serve at the fire station, his bravery and intelligence shining in every rescue operation. His story inspired many, proving that with love and determination, we can all become heroes in our own way. And so, Sam and Bruno's journey continued, filled with new adventures and countless lives touched by their remarkable bond. Their story was one of hope, resilience, and the enduring power of love, a story that would be remembered and cherished for years to come. The recognition Bruno received as Heroic Canine of the Year opened even more doors for Sam and his loyal companion. They were invited to participate in various community events, television shows, and educational programs. Bruno's story had become a symbol of hope and resilience, inspiring people from all walks of life. One day, Sam received a call from a well-known talk show host who wanted to feature Bruno on their show. The host was deeply moved by their story and believed it would touch the hearts of millions of viewers. Sam agreed, excited for the opportunity to share Bruno's journey with a broader audience. On the day of the show, Sam and Bruno arrived at the studio to a warm welcome. The producers and crew were eager to meet the famous firehouse dog who had saved so many lives. As they prepared for their segment, Sam reflected on how much their lives had changed since the day he found Bruno abandoned and alone. When it was time for their interview, Sam and Bruno walked onto the set to thunderous applause. The host greeted them with a warm smile and immediately made them feel at ease. "Welcome, Sam and Bruno," the host began. "Your story has touched so many hearts. Can you tell us how it all started?" Sam nodded, looking down at Bruno, who was sitting obediently by his side. "It all began when I found Bruno abandoned on the side of the road. He was in terrible condition, but I could see he was a fighter. I brought him home, and from that day on, our lives changed forever." As Sam recounted their journey, the audience listened with rapt attention. The host asked about Bruno's training, his heroic rescues, and how he had become such an integral part of the fire station. Sam spoke with pride about Bruno's intelligence, bravery, and the deep bond they shared. "Bruno has shown me that no matter what challenges we face, there's always hope," Sam said. "He's a reminder that with love and support, we can overcome anything." The host then surprised Sam with a special tribute video, showcasing some of Bruno's most heroic moments. The video featured testimonials from people whose lives Bruno had saved, as well as from Sam's fellow firefighters, who praised Bruno's bravery and dedication. When the video ended, there wasn't a dry eye in the audience. The host turned to Sam, her eyes shining with emotion. "Sam, Bruno's story is truly remarkable. What's next for you two?" Sam smiled, looking at Bruno with affection. "We'll continue doing what we do best, saving lives and spreading our message of hope and resilience. Bruno is more than just a hero. He's a symbol of what's possible when we believe in each other." The interview concluded with a standing ovation, and Sam and Bruno left the studio feeling more determined than ever to continue their mission. The exposure from the show brought even more opportunities for them to share their story and advocate for rescue animals. Back at the fire station, life went on as usual. Bruno resumed his duties, his presence a source of comfort and inspiration for everyone around him. But their newfound fame also meant that they were frequently invited to participate in community outreach programs and educational initiatives. One day, while visiting a local animal shelter, Sam and Bruno met a group of children who had been following their story. The shelter had organized a special event to teach the kids about the importance of animal rescue and care, and they were thrilled to have Sam and Bruno there. As Sam spoke to the children about Bruno's journey, he noticed a little girl in the front row who seemed particularly captivated. After the talk, she approached Sam with a shy smile. "Mr. Sam, can I ask you something?" she said softly. "Of course," Sam replied, kneeling down to her level. "Do you think I could train a dog like Bruno someday?" she asked, her eyes full of hope. Sam smiled warmly. "Absolutely. All it takes is love, patience, and a lot of hard work. If you believe in yourself and your dog, you can accomplish amazing things." The girl beamed, her confidence bolstered by Sam's words. It was moments like these that made all the challenges they had faced worthwhile. Knowing that their story could inspire others to make a difference was the greatest reward of all. As Sam and Bruno continued their outreach efforts, they also focused on their work at the fire station. Bruno's skills and intuition continued to amaze everyone, and his presence during rescues provided invaluable support. One evening, they were called to a particularly challenging fire in an old apartment building. The flames were intense, and the situation was dire. Sam and his team worked tirelessly to evacuate the residents, but there was still one person unaccounted for, a young boy trapped on the top floor. Without hesitation, Sam and Bruno made their way through the smoke-filled building, Bruno leading the way with his keen sense of smell. They navigated through the debris and flames, Bruno's determination guiding them forward. Finally, they reached the boy, who was huddled in a corner, terrified and struggling to breathe. Bruno approached him gently, nuzzling him to offer comfort and reassurance. Sam quickly assessed the situation and radioed for backup, instructing his team on the best route for evacuation. With Bruno by his side, Sam carried the boy to safety, their path illuminated by the fire's glow. Once outside, paramedics took over, and the boy was rushed to the hospital. Thanks to Sam and Bruno's quick thinking and bravery, he would make a full recovery. The rescue was a testament to the unbreakable bond between Sam and Bruno, and their ability to work together in even the most challenging circumstances. It was a reminder of why they did what they did, to save lives and make a difference. As they watched the boy being taken to safety, Sam knelt down beside Bruno, patting his head. "You did it again, buddy. You're a true hero." Bruno wagged his tail, his eyes shining with pride. They had faced many challenges together, but each one had only made their bond stronger. Back at the fire station, the team celebrated another successful rescue. Bruno was showered with praise and affection, his bravery once again proving that he was an invaluable member of the team. As the night wore on, Sam and Bruno sat outside the station, looking up at the stars. They had come a long way from that fateful day when Sam found Bruno abandoned and alone. Their journey had been filled with challenges, but it had also been marked by incredible triumphs and unforgettable moments. "We've come a long way, Bruno," Sam said, his voice filled with gratitude. "And I wouldn't have it any other way." Bruno leaned against him, their bond unbreakable. Together, they had faced the darkest moments and emerged stronger, their story a testament to the power of love, resilience, and the unbreakable spirit of a true hero. As they sat there, Sam knew that no matter what the future held, he and Bruno would continue to face it together, side by side. Their journey was far from over, and they were ready for whatever adventures lay ahead. As the months passed, Sam and Bruno's reputation continued to grow. Their story became a beacon of hope and inspiration, drawing attention from across the country. Donations poured into the fire station, helping to fund new equipment and training programs, all thanks to the incredible bond between a firefighter and his rescued dog. One day, Sam received a call from the mayor's office. The city wanted to honor Bruno with a special award for his bravery and service. The ceremony would be held in the town square, with the entire community invited to celebrate Bruno's remarkable achievements. On the day of the event, the square was filled with people of all ages, eager to catch a glimpse of the heroic dog they had heard so much about. Banners and signs with Bruno's picture decorated the area, and a stage was set up for the ceremony. As Sam and Bruno made their way to the stage, the crowd erupted in applause. Children waved and cheered, and adults wiped away tears, moved by the sight of the courageous dog who had saved so many lives. The mayor stepped forward, a large smile on his face. "Today, we honor a true hero," he began, his voice resonating through the crowd. "Bruno has not only shown extraordinary bravery, but he has also brought our community together and reminded us of the power of resilience and love." He then presented Sam and Bruno with a beautifully engraved medal. As the mayor placed the medal around Bruno's neck, the crowd cheered louder than ever. Sam knelt beside Bruno, tears of pride and joy in his eyes. "This is for you, buddy," Sam whispered, hugging Bruno tightly. "You've earned this." As the ceremony continued, several people who had been saved by Bruno shared their stories, each one a testament to the incredible impact he had made. One by one, they recounted how Bruno had appeared in their darkest moments, his bravery giving them a second chance at life. Among the speakers was the boy Sam and Bruno had rescued from the apartment fire. Now fully recovered, he stood on the stage, holding his mother's hand. "If it weren't for Bruno, I wouldn't be here today," he said, his voice steady but filled with emotion. "He's my hero." The audience erupted into applause once more, their admiration for Bruno evident in every cheer and clap. As the ceremony came to a close, Sam took the microphone to say a few words. "Bruno's journey from an abandoned dog to a hero has been nothing short of miraculous," he began, his voice filled with emotion. "He's shown us all that no matter where we come from, we all have the potential to do great things. Bruno's story is one of hope, resilience, and the unbreakable bond between humans and animals." He paused, looking down at Bruno, who was sitting proudly beside him. "I'm grateful every day for the chance to work alongside such an incredible companion. Thank you all for honoring Bruno and recognizing his bravery. Together, we can continue to make a difference, one life at a time." The crowd erupted into a final round of applause as Sam and Bruno stepped off the stage. They were surrounded by well-wishers, each person wanting to shake Sam's hand and pet Bruno. The day was filled with joy and celebration, a fitting tribute to the heroism and dedication of a truly remarkable dog. As the sun set and the event drew to a close, Sam and Bruno made their way back to the fire station. They were both tired but deeply satisfied. The day had been a testament to their hard work, dedication, and the incredible journey they had shared. That night, as they sat outside the station, looking up at the stars, Sam reflected on how far they had come. Bruno lay beside him, his head resting on Sam's knee, his eyes half closed in contentment. "We've done a lot of good, haven't we, Bruno?" Sam said softly, stroking Bruno's fur. "And I know there's still so much more we can do." Bruno wagged his tail, his way of agreeing. Their journey had been filled with challenges and triumphs, but through it all, they had remained a team, their bond growing stronger with each passing day. As they sat together, the quiet of the night enveloping them, Sam felt a profound sense of peace. He knew that no matter what the future held, he and Bruno would face it together, side by side. Their story was far from over, and they were ready for whatever adventures lay ahead. With a final pat on Bruno's head, Sam stood up, ready to call it a night. "Come on, buddy. Let's get some rest. We've got another big day tomorrow." Bruno got to his feet, following Sam inside. As they walked through the doors of the fire station, Sam couldn't help but smile. Their journey had been an incredible one, filled with moments of joy, sorrow, and triumph. And through it all, they had shown the world what it meant to be true heroes. Together, Sam and Bruno had not only saved lives but had also inspired countless others to believe in the power of hope, resilience, and the unbreakable bond between a man and his dog. And as they faced the future together, they knew that their story would continue to touch hearts and change lives for years to come.